Hello, my friends. It's Nick, the ASMR nerd, and welcome back to Mexico in Forza Horizon 5. It's been way too long since I did a video in Forza Horizon 5, and last time I did promise you all another one, so it's high time we did another. Today I'm going to be driving the 1970 Dodge Challenger RT. This was actually the very first model year for Dodge's Challenger, and the RT is the performance model. And this one is spec'd with the top tier engine, a 426 cubic inch Hemi that puts out 425 horsepower. So this thing is a beast, and of course I chose red because everyone knows red makes it go faster, which is ironic because today we're going to be taking it very slow. It's going to be a chill cruise through Mexico. We're going to be taking our time, and it could take quite a while because the plan for today is to circumnavigate the entire map. That is to say, drive around the whole perimeter of the Forza Horizon 5 map. Is that foolish? Is that crazy? I don't know. It's a big map, and it might take a while. So sit back, relax, and let's go for a relaxing drive. So this car was actually requested by a viewer on my previous Forza Horizon 5 video. Big thanks to Weapon Enthusiast for requesting a drive in this particular vehicle. As a matter of fact, a number of you requested some classic American muscle, something that has a nice throaty sound to it, a good relaxing rumble, and more than a couple of you actually requested specifically a Dodge vehicle as well. So this seemed like a great pick. And Weapon Enthusiast actually requested a particular tuning as well. I must admit, I didn't go quite that far. This is just the stock 1970 Challenger RT. But I think it still sounds lovely. It's got a lovely rumble to it. Let's go inside. Maybe we can hear it a little better even. Kind of. There you go. Our drive today takes place in the stormy season, which is really nice because it means the map is a little bit more colorful, a little bit greener, some more flowers around than some of the other seasons. Forza Horizon 5 has a system where the season changes every week, just like it did in Forza Horizon 4. But being set in Mexico, of course, it's a little more binary. There's sort of the dry seasons, and then there's sort of the wetter seasons. So we happen to hit one of the wetter seasons here, and it means we get lots of nice greenery and color. We started our drive today on the northern side of the map, so we're headed kind of east right now, and then we'll loop around to the south, drive down the Mayan Riviera, then swing westward, drive through the jungles of the south, and then head back up the west coast with all its beautiful desert and sand dunes. Did you guys hear that donkey off to the left there? Before eventually looping back around to the north and ending up where we started. Oh, that was a couple of other players. They were going pretty fast, but fortunately they can't hit you unless you're in a party with them or in a race with them. Otherwise they just go right through you like that. It's a very obvious jump off to the right there. I get a lot of questions in the comments to the effect of, how do I have such self-control? How do I not just floor it when we're driving around like this? I have to admit, sometimes I'm really tempted to just floor it. Sometimes it's really tempting. Oh, we gotta slow down here. Okay, or we'll just do that. That traffic vehicle there was not really following the rules of the road too well. It is possible to hit the other traffic cars in this game. They can hit you, so we do have to be careful of that. It's only the player vehicles that we won't impact with. Let's switch to another view here. Let's do the hood for a little while. I always like this view. It's nice and expansive. You can really hear that engine. I have to apologize as well. You might not have noticed, but I sure did. The frame rate, which is normally a pretty silky smooth 60 FPS, locked pretty good, has dropped significantly. So we're speeding up a little bit here. Let's slow it right down. Let's just slow it down here. Yeah, I've noticed the frame rate does that sometimes, specifically when I'm recording. Y'all probably don't care too much, but it's pretty frustrating to me. It's fine when I'm playing normally. Like I said, locked 60, pretty much. But then, specifically when I'm recording, every once in a while it just seems to take a big dip. Oh, looks like we're having some connectivity issues. Oh, and a loud train. Which just disappeared. I don't know what's happening, you guys. Well, at least we didn't have to deal with the loud train for long. And at the time of recording, I had heard that the Microsoft servers are having some serious issues. So that's probably why it popped up that little disconnect alert there. I suspect that's server related. Hopefully that doesn't continue to plague us. But hey, on the plus side, the frame rate has smoothed out again. Honestly, no idea what causes that to happen, but nice and silky smooth once more. I like this part of the map. We've got these very epic looking canyons. Big craggy cliffs. Kind of our river valley here. I wonder if we'll see the ghost train again. Oh, right on cue. Do you hear it? You hear it in the distance? This is its route. It cruises along here, so here it comes. Here it comes. Not the most relaxing thing. Oh, that wasn't so bad. It's not bad unless it toots its horn, and then it's a little loud. Go back to the in-car view. Now, of course, if we really, really wanted to ensure that we were going around the very outside of the map, we would take an off-road vehicle and we would drive up these hillsides out into the jungle and hug the very edge of the map, but it's not really the vibe I'm going for here. Maybe sticking to the roads today, as is befitting of Challenger RT road and track. Not really designed for off-roading. We might take a gravel road or two. We'll have to see. But mostly we're going to be sticking to the pavement. I think these are my sort of three favorite views. The close bumper cam like this. I like it because you can really see the detail of the car. And then the steering wheel cam like this, because it really feels kind of immersive, you know. Get to enjoy the nice interior, the dash, and all that. And then, oh, is that the train I hear coming again? I think it's coming behind us. Yes, you can see it in the mirror there. Just right past us. And then, well, I was going to say the hood cam, you know, but actually this bumper cam I like as well, because it's this really expansive view. But I can almost find it a little bit dizzying at times. Not sure why. It's like because there's no sort of vehicle in frame, maybe. I don't know. But it's nice because you do get all the sounds, the environment sounds, but also you look at the nice engine sounds out here. But yeah, I do think I prefer the hood cam. So we're still making our way along the north side of the map. I have a funny feeling this video is going to be really long. I had considered doing a test drive around the perimeter of the map before recording, just to see if it was plausible. But I was like, why would I do that? It's gonna make it take twice as long to do. I might as well just wing it. Hopefully we can make it. I got time. How about you? Oops. Thought we'd slip right under that shrub there. Oh, here's a train once again. I mean, you know, ostensibly it's a different train every time, I guess. It's probably not the same train, just doing circles. That would not be very productive. I guess the trains just run regularly on this track. It's a really pretty game. The team at Playground Games did a remarkable job of making this game gorgeous, even though it's cross-gen. So they had to make the game, scale to both the last-gen consoles, the Xbox One and PS4. Base version of the Xbox One and PS4 that came out way back, or I guess not PS4, what am I saying? Because this game's Xbox exclusive, but the base version of the Xbox One that came out way back in 2013, is that right? Almost a decade ago. But then they also had to make it so that it could scale up and look beautiful on the latest hardware, Series X and S, as well as modern PCs. And so that's a pretty tall order. And there's our friend the train again. It's flickering a little bit, like it wants to pop out of existence like it did that first time. It's getting a little foggy here, you notice that, guys? Anyway, yeah, I think Playground Games did a heck of a job with it. And if you are a big nerd like me, and you want to hear some of the nitty-gritty, a gift from Amir in a barn. Thanks, Amir. I'll have to go check that out after this video. But if you're interested in some of the nitty-gritty technical stuff about how they made this game as beautiful as it is, I'm gonna hang a left here, and how they made it scalable to run across both gens. There's a Digital Foundry video that came out not too long ago, where they kind of do a deep dive talking to some of the developers, the graphics programmers and whatnot, about how they accomplished this. And they talk all about all kinds of stuff, the global illumination system. They talk about level of detail system and how they are able to procedurally generate many elements of the game world because it's so big and diverse. They had to. All kinds of cool stuff. So if you enjoy nerding out to graphics tech talk, then highly recommend it. Digital Foundry's interview with the Forza Horizon 5 devs. So you might have noticed that our surroundings have changed a bit. We're entering a lush jungle, and we've actually kind of looped around, and we're now headed more or less south. We're going to be very shortly coming up on the Mayan Riviera. It's also got a little bit stormy. You can see there's a bit of wind in the trees, and if I'm not mistaken, I think I heard a bit of lightning back there. Well, I guess I technically heard the thunder, but you know what I mean. Yeah, there's a bit for sure. Oh, another couple of players whipping past. And another. I guess that's how we know we're online, even though it gave us that warning earlier. Is this truck gonna stop for us? I don't think it was going to. Playa Azul, that's where we're headed. I kind of hope that we get some rain. I like rain sounds a lot, and I feel like it's the right season. It is the stormy season. And here I was thinking we were going to have a beautiful, sunny, clear beachfront drive out here on the East Coast, but it's a bit stormy. It's kind of hazy. It feels like it's the calm before a really big storm, you know? I feel like it's gonna downpour soon. Those distant rumbles of thunder are kind of ominous. Don't you dare. Buddy! 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 I can't believe the AI in this game. I do apologize, my friends. I really thought that I'd be able to get past that guy. It was like a slow motion accident there. Alas, the AI is pretty aggressive in this game. And sometimes they do dumb stuff like that. I think it must be sunset. I feel like it's darkening and oh, look at that, that's dramatic. That sky over there. Oops, that was my fault. That was entirely my fault. I do apologize to that Jeep driver. I was not watching the road. Oh boy. Lovely little beachfront community here. Okay, I'm gonna wait for this guy to do whatever he's gonna do. There we go. Now we're gonna go this way. Oops. It's always the Jeep drivers that we seem to be having trouble with. I love the towns in this game. This one is so quaint. Got these beautiful colored flags strung across the street, and if you look at the little shops, there's little bicycles and surfboards. The level of detail in these little towns is nothing short of astounding. People hanging out up on the balconies. If you listen really closely, sometimes you can hear people talking in little roadside cafes and such as you drive by. So we are heading to Tulum, which is further south, a little bit west, in the jungle. Let's see if we can get in there. Look at that sunset over there. Very pretty. And the stormy sea out there. It's not really that stormy, but one thing the developers talked about in that Digital Foundry video was their sky technology. They've got crazy dynamic skies. It's based off of simulated weather systems moving across the map. And all of their lighting colors and such are all calibrated against reference photos and video that they took in Mexico. So it's calibrated to be as realistic looking as possible in terms of the color and the lighting. It's not just the skies, but that applies to everything. Got a rave coming up. Oh, did you see that lightning strike way off to the left there? We've been hearing it, but that was the first time we've seen it. Yes, this is one of the festival sites on the beach here, one of the Horizon festival sites. They're going to be partying all night long, whether it's raining and stormy or not. The Horizon Apex Festival Outpost over there. You can hear the crowds, but we're gonna stick to the road. Yes, night is definitely falling. It's kind of blue hour right now. the lightning's going to be very dramatic by night, isn't it? Another really cool thing the developers of this game did, a neat technology they use, is photogrammetry. Oh, look at those lightning strikes. Let's watch the sky over there. See if we can get another. Maybe not. Too bad. Also, if you listen carefully, you can hear the nighttime jungle. Let's switch our view. Let's get out on the hood here. Now we're just going to hear our engine, but you can hear a bit of the jungle out here. Look at that sky. Incredible with the dynamic clouds. The last light of day fading. Stars are just starting to come out. I think I was talking about photogrammetry before I got distracted by everything. The beautiful lightning and the nighttime jungle sounds. Photogrammetry is a technology where the developers basically take a whole bunch of pictures of an object that they want in the game from all sides. And from those 360-degree pictures, they create a 3D model and the texture. And so you get this photorealistic, true-to-life version of whatever you're trying to model, like a donkey, for example, or a rock, or a fence post, or a tree stump, or whatnot. You know. Look at the beautiful starry sky up there with the moonlit clouds. So pretty. I think moonlight illuminating the edges of clouds, creating this amazing sense of volume, might be one of my favorite things, just in general. And also the moonlight just highlighting, you know, all the surfaces of the leaves, just the specular highlights, just the silvery highlights on everything. Just might be one of my very favorite aesthetic things, period. So pretty. Moonlit landscapes, for some reason, also always remind me of dreams. I don't know about you guys, but for whatever reason, moonlit scenes just seem so dreamy. And they make me think of dreams I've had in past. Oh, but that was brief. Look at that. The nighttime is passing. Here, let's just stop for a moment here. Let's just... Ooh, okay. We're lucky that we are in a speed zone, so the traffic's going right through us. I just wanted to appreciate the early morning sun. Just catching the sunrise now. The nighttime in Forza Horizon 5 is quite brief. I wish it was a little longer, actually. Like I said, I really like the nighttime aesthetic. Look at those hot air balloons floating up there. Yeah, moonlight makes me think of dreams. Sometimes when I'm driving in real life at night and there's a bright moon in the sky and it's usually somewhere familiar, lit by the moon, it just throws me right into that state of mind that I had when I was dreaming about that place. Like if I'm driving on the road out of my parents' place where I grew up and it's moonlit, I must have had some dreams there in the past where it was moonlit. I don't know. Anyhow, so we are at a junction here. Oh, sorry there, Mazda 3. You're gonna have to wait for a moment. We were at a junction where we could continue on the road here, but I kind of want to go out into the jungle. I know that this vehicle is really not made for it, but there are some beautiful ruins, and I think they're just up this way. So, why don't we go do that? Now this could be a terrible idea. We might get super lost. But I thought I saw the ruins in the distance. So, I'm hoping if we go this way, we'll end up there. And now you get some different sound. Get the nice dirt and gravel sounds. We haven't done the inside the car thing for quite a while. I love the way, oh look at the sunrise is dynamically lighting the inside of the car. We're getting some warm morning sun. There you go, lighting our dashboard. That's really cool. Okay, those ruins are kind of off to our left, aren't they? Do we want to really go off-road here? What the heck? What the heck, why not? Let's see if we can... Oops. Here we are. This is what I was hoping for. Some gorgeous ruins. I think they're supposed to be Mayan, but I'm not positive. They look kind of familiar, like maybe something out of Star Wars. That's because the rebel base on Yavin 4, was, I believe, set in Tikal, or filmed at Tikal, which is a Mayan ruin, in Guatemala, I believe. I've sadly never had the chance to visit Tikal or any such Mayan ruins. I've always been fascinated by them, and I would love to do so one day. Ooh, that was a little rougher than I intended. Thought there was a ramp there. There was not. Ekbalam. Is that the name of this ruin? I'm not quite sure. Don't know what that noise is. It's like very loud. Squawking birds. Yeah, this seems like a great opportunity for bumper cam. Bumper cam, more like bumpy cam, am I right? Ooh, it's a little bit dizzying. Maybe we'll not do that. Oh, hey friend. Another driver just walking by. Alright, so as much as I did enjoy that tour of the ruins, I do not know how to get back to the main roads. So that's a little bit of a problem. But not really that much of a problem, honestly. We're just gonna go this way and hope that we get back there eventually. And you know, this tracks with our goal of continuing to go as close to the edges of the map as possible, because we're on the south edge right now. If we just stay left, we will stay at the outer limits of the map. And you get some really pleasant little rain out here in the jungle. Just pitter-pattering. And it turns out we were not very far from the main road after all. So we'll continue going left. Let's get inside the car while we enjoy the rain. I like the sound of the wipers. And the distant thunder. We don't get much thunder and lightning where I live. Almost none, actually. If you're lucky, there might be a day or two in a year where you get noticeable thunderstorms. But that's it. So I always kind of enjoy experiencing thunder and lightning when I'm traveling. Looks like the rain is slowing down. Yeah, just like that, it's gone. Pretty quick, pretty quick. Just too bad. I was enjoying it. So we're still in the southernmost part of the map. In the jungles. After this, we will swing around northward and head up the dry west coast. I bet you it's going to be sunnier there, despite it being the stormy season. car ahead of us is another Mazda 3. And all the Mazda 3s in this game seem to have the hood scoop, which implies they are the Mazda Speed 3. And much to my chagrin, they are not drivable. They exist only as traffic vehicles, which is kind of upsetting to me because my car, IRL, my daily driver, is a Mazda 3, and there would be something kind of fun about driving my car in Forza. Alas, it's not an option. Also, I'm sorry if I'm making any of you nervous with my tailgating here. Let's go for the pass. I know we're supposed to be keeping it slow and chill, but these guys are just going a little too slow for me. Just a wee bit. I don't know if you guys noticed, but we've also suddenly dropped our frames again. Got real framey there as we were passing. I think it drops down to like 30. Again, it only seems to happen when I'm recording. And you know, it's surprising to me too, because I have, G-Sync enabled, so it's not like it's like a V-Sync clamping to 30 FPS or something, so I really don't know what causes it, but, well. You guys just get the cinematic 30 FPS experience every once in a while. In today's video. Wow, that guy we passed just passed us. That's a bit rude. You know, one place I do think the lighting could use improvement in this game is in the tunnels like this. Because you can see our car is still brightly lit and acting as though it's reflecting a bright sky, but we are not in a bright environment. Makes the cars look kind of like they're glowing when they're in a tunnel. It's just not quite right. Got a beautiful bridge here though, which is correctly reflected in our vehicle. Though granted at a fairly low resolution. There's lots of aliasing going on there. Lovely view off the bridge. There is some limited ray tracing in this game, but by default it only happens in the Forza Vista view, like where you are looking at the car up close. You can, open the doors and the hood and all that stuff. You can see that epic volcano ahead of us there. You can drive to the top of that volcano. And I was kind of thinking we might do that to end today's video, but I think it's going to be really long, even as is, even without the volcano trip, so we might save the volcano drive for another video. Is this that same Mazda? I honestly think it is. Same blue Mazda. Alright. My Mazda 3 is silver, not blue. And it's actually an earlier model year than the one in this game. It's an 05. Why are we slowing down, Mr. Mazda? Yeah, the ray tracing for vehicle reflections, it's too bad that it's restricted to Forza Vista mode. Now, apparently there is a hack you can do to enable it in the open world, and I would be really curious to see if that does fix the sort of glowing cars in the tunnel effect that we experienced back there. Alright, buddy, I think this guy's just messing with us. He slowed right down there, and then as I went to pass, he sped up again. What's the deal? There he goes again. Okay, we're just gonna pass him. No, don't you dare. He sped up again. What a jerk. This guy is actually messing with us. I swear. Ah, there he goes. Thank goodness. Not cool, Master Bro. Yeah, of course, the problem with ray tracing in the open world is performance. Performance would get pretty rough. Especially while recording. I mean, you can see it already gets framey while recording, so. There's a big airstrip off to the left of us here. Technically, if we wanted to stay on the very margins of the map, we would drive over there. It's like an abandoned airstrip. But I think we'll give it a pass for today, since, as I've already mentioned a couple times, this is a very long video. So in the interest of time, we will skip the airstrip. Sometimes I do notice I get a bit of performance degradation as I play the game as well. Not sure if that's what we're experiencing here or if it's the recording related framiness, but sometimes once I've been playing for quite a while, the frame rate just drops, kind of stays there for regardless of where I go in the game. The only way to fix it seems to be quitting the game. So, it's too bad. I don't know if that's some kind of bug or maybe it's my VRAM filling up or something. I don't know. I've not really monitored that closely to see. So, we have swung around. Pardon me. Yawn. We have swung around from the south. We are now headed north, and we are heading up the west coast of the map. You probably noticed we left the jungle behind. It's much drier out here. On the west coast, we've got some gorgeous kind of coastal scrublands around here, and then In a little bit, we'll get to the dunes. There's a cruise ship out there. Just hanging out. Whoa, there goes another player. So the fact that we're here means we must be about 3/4 of our way through this drive. In terms of distance, in terms of time, harder to say. I think I've picked up the pace a little bit as we've gone along. But I hope it's still relaxing. That cruise ship out there reminds me of my own experience with Mexico. The only time I've been to Mexico was by cruise ship. We stopped in Puerto Vallarta and a few other places down the west coast of Mexico. It was nice, but I think a country as huge and diverse and rich and beautiful as Mexico really deserves to be experienced differently. I barely got just the slightest taste of Mexico on that cruise. Oh, another player. Oh, you know, I think we might have messed up. I think we didn't take the outermost possible road. But this might get us there. Oh, sorry, traffic. Oh, this is actually going to take us back. Oh, I didn't realize. Okay, well, we don't really have a good reason to do that. There's a little loop. It's a little further out on the map there, and it goes past that hotel there. But we kind of missed a turn off back there, I guess. But this route that we're taking here will carry on, taking us around the map. If any of you are still awake, first of all, bravo, bravo. Second of all, let me know down in the comments if you've ever been to Mexico. And if so, what parts of the country did you see? Would you recommend going to those places? Because, yeah, Mexico is a huge country. So many choices from where to visit. I know a lot of people just kind of go for beach vacations, you know, go to a resort, pretty much stay there, just enjoy the beach and the pool, and some cervezas. And that's cool. That sounds really nice. I could totally go for that right now. But I think next time I go to Mexico, whenever that may be, I would like to see a bit more of the country. Some of the diverse sights, cultural experiences. Look for something authentic. That's one of the biggest challenges when traveling, I find. Especially if you're doing it, you know, by cruise ship or something. But even when you're not, even when you're going on your own power, like renting a car or something, or backpacking around, traveling on, you know, buses and trains and such, I find it really challenging sometimes to find authentic experiences. We're gonna hang a left here. Let's gear down a little bit. Yeah, performance is pretty rough right now. It really ought to be better than this. It's too bad, you guys. It's too bad. Finding those authentic experiences, like I was saying, when traveling can be tricky because it's usually pretty obvious that you're a traveler, and usually that means people are looking to make money off you wherever you're traveling, and that's fair. Oops. I think as per our mandate, we have got to hang a left here. Oops. Might have just broken something there. It's my house. Check it out. Buenas Vistas. There are many houses scattered around the map, of course, that you can purchase and own. But I have that one set to my current active home. Oh, what do you know? Right next to my home. Somehow, I missed this XP sign. Don't know how that happened. That's so funny. Well, why don't we fix that right now? It's playing a jaunty little song, but we're gonna stop that. There we go. Nothing like a little property destruction ASMR, right? Go ahead, Mr. Taxi. You better not. You better not. Oh, that was very close, Mr. Taxi. Fine. Ah, what's with all these beetles cutting this corner? Oh my gosh, please let me turn. Okay, I'm going. We're going. Yeah, I think my favorite experiences while traveling have always been the most authentic ones where I feel like I'm getting to see a little bit of what that place is like in day-to-day life for the people that live there. Not the sort of prepackaged, watered-down version that they want to sell to tourists. And of course, as a visitor, as a tourist, you never really get a truly authentic experience. You'd have to live there for a time, probably work there, you know. And that's something I've never done. I've never really stayed for a lengthy period of time in a country I was visiting. All my traveling has always been staying on the move. So much to see, you know. But that would be a different, very interesting way to travel. Settling down and really spending some time in one place. Somewhere else. So here we found the beautiful white sand beaches and dunes of the west coast. Lots of sand blown across the road. I wonder if the roads are really like that. On the west side of Mexico, where the dunes are. I see a Forza Horizon Zeppelin in the distance, which probably means that the Horizon Arcade Challenge is located up ahead. It's moved around the map, but a lady might talk at us in a moment. Tell us the challenge is going to start soon. I kind of hope she doesn't, but I've found that even if I turn off all the alerts and stuff, sometimes there are a few things that still get through. These cars are parked right in the sand. It's like drifted up against them. I would say we'll just stay away from the Horizon Arcade Challenge area, but that would be breaking our mandate. Our mandate of always turning left and following the outermost route. Circumnavigating this map. No, I think if she was going to talk at us, she would have done so already, so maybe I did manage to disable those notifications. Oh, well, that's awkward. That's very awkward indeed. The game appears to have forced the Horizon Arcade Challenge onto us. And I have no way of removing it from the UI. And that man shouted at us back there. I thought it was a lady, but it's a shouty man. And so I'll probably cut that little bit out in the video. I guess you'll know if I did that or not. If you just missed a little bit of driving back there. Yeah, the game is usually pretty good about letting you control the experience, turning off all the UI elements and all the alert sounds and such, but for whatever reason, the Horizon Arcade forces itself upon you. Just how it's gotta be. It would be nice if they allowed me to disable that too. Yes, I do think on another one of these videos, a future one, we will drive up that volcano. There are some incredible views from up there. Very beautiful. The Horizon Arcade Challenge appears to be drift skills. Sorry to disappoint, but I'm not planning on doing any drifting in today's video. I know. Maybe in the next one. ASMR burning rubber. ASMR drifting. Drifting you off to sleep. There's my new concept. How about that, eh? Would you click on that? I'm hoping that soon we will exit the Horizon Challenge area and that very annoying UI element will go away. It would seem there is nobody else participating in this challenge because the group progress has not moved. Of course, that's the other annoying UI thing you can't turn off, which is the pop-ups for the various races that appear there. Or the various events, not always races, I guess. If any Forza Horizon developers happen to be listening, you want to do your friend the ASMR nerd a real solid. You could just patch in an option to disable those pop-ups along with the Horizon Arcade stuff. That would be awesome. Be real thrilled. What do you think, guys? Think it'll happen? I have my doubts. Yeah, I don't think we're ever going to escape this Horizon Arcade thing. Really too bad. We actually are nearing the end of our drive here. We have traversed almost the entire western side of the map now. And, gosh, we've been in this view for a long time. Let's go back inside for a little bit. It's a little quieter in here. And we are now wrapping back around to the north. A mountainous north. The volcano is kind of situated closer to the northern edge of the map than the center. Those flashes that you might have noticed happening occasionally like that are due to the speed zones, where the game tracks your speed through a certain section of road. Needless to say, we are not going to be setting any records here today. Well, we are getting very close now, my friends. It's almost like it's counting down the end to the end of this video. It may in fact end up doing just that. You can hear the cars creaking, groaning as we drive. Now, I'm trying to figure out exactly where we started. And, I think it's just up here. Not quite. I think it's just up around this corner, though. Almost there. And here we are. This is where we began this video so long ago. I can't tell you exactly how long ago, but it was a while. This is a long one. There we are. Well, my friends, thank you so much for joining me on today's epic journey in which we successfully drove all the way around the perimeter of Forza Horizon 5's beautiful Mexico map. And, you know, it was a little bit scuffed. We had some performance issues, a little disconnect in there. We had the stupid Horizon Arcade, which is still ongoing here. It ended in 27 seconds or so. But you know what? I had a great time. We saw lots of beautiful landscapes, gorgeous environments, and hopefully you had a nice time chilling with me on this relaxing drive. And I look very forward to having you back here again for another Forza Horizon drive next time. Farewell for now, my friends.